Everybody, and welcome to General Session, September the 25th. The time is going fast. We'll begin today with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner O'Grady.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a special guest today. I know we were expecting two people. Terry Russell, Executive Director of National Alliance on Mental Illness, Ohio, is not with us today. She was expected, and we have a resolution for her. But we do have with us Shauna Hite-Jones, Program Director of the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. September is National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and we're here to talk about promoting education and awareness about the real nightmare of suicide and what we can do to prevent suicide in our community. I'm sure that many of us know people who have attempted or committed suicide, and Shauna Hite-Jones is here to talk with us a little bit about it, and I would welcome Shauna. Where are you? Come on up, please, to the microphone. Thank you for being here, and please talk with us a little bit about what you're doing and what the organizations are doing to help us.
Absolutely. Can everyone hear me okay? Perfect. So I am the program director with the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. I wanted to share that we actually entered into a management agreement with NAMI Ohio in June of this year. And so I'm here really representing both NAMI Ohio and our foundation to accept these documents today. And what I wanted to share is it's been a wonderful merger because they're able to provide obviously the expertise on mental health, and we're able to provide expertise specific to suicide prevention in our state. What I was specifically asked to discuss a little bit with you all here today is some statistics on the growing issue of suicide prevention, as well as why Suicide Prevention Month is important right now, as well as just what we're doing in the state of Ohio to prevent suicide, both here in Franklin County and across Ohio. So right now what we unfortunately know is that suicide is a growing issue, which makes this month really important for us to use as an opportunity to raise awareness. We had a report come out from the Centers for Disease Control in June of this year, and that report showed that across the U.S. there was a 25% increase in our suicide rates from 1999 to 2016. Unfortunately, if we look at Ohio specifically, there was a 36% increase in our suicide rate during that same time. And obviously these are trends that are very concerning to us and that we want to be changing. We also know though, and which makes this even more concerning, that this rise in suicide rates isn't just in one group or one demographic in our state. Instead, what we're seeing is that a lot of ages and both sexes are being very impacted by suicide in Ohio. So for example, we have over 1,600 suicide deaths that happen annually in our state on average. We know that 78% of these suicide deaths are in the adult male population, but women remain 3 times more likely to actually attempt suicide. We have to remain worried about both our women and our men and address suicide in them both. When we particularly look at our youth, we're also concerned about them because we also know that suicide has gone from the 3rd to 2nd leading cause of death in our youth. That change occurred in about 2014, and that is a trend that is continuing to rise. So of course, all of this is really concerning trends that we want to be addressing. So how are we doing that in Ohio right now, and how can all of you here get involved? What we're doing at the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation is seeking to provide education and awareness across the state of Ohio and to particularly support local suicide prevention efforts at the county level. So we are supporting suicide prevention coalitions, which are made up of individuals across all sectors of the workforce, of the community, who come together to look at suicide in their local community and identify what their local community needs are when it comes to suicide and how to address that the most effectively. We know, for example, that in Belmont County, Ohio, those needs and the way to address suicide is going to be different than here in Franklin County. Here in Franklin County, we do have a suicide prevention coalition. If you're interested in getting involved in them or providing any support to them, I encourage you to follow up with me and let me know. And then we also have local outreach of suicide survivor teams, or LOST teams for short. Those LOST teams are also made up of individuals who are just dedicated to suicide prevention in their state, but they are particularly individuals who have themselves lost someone close to them by suicide. So it could be a family member, a friend, a spouse, a significant other. But these individuals come together as LOST teams to look at how they can provide ongoing support and outreach to themselves and each other, support one another through support groups, but also provide ongoing outreach to others in their community who lose someone to suicide. And we consider that a part of prevention because we unfortunately know that those who lose someone to suicide are at an increased risk to die by suicide themselves. So this is one way to help minimize that after a suicide risk. We're supporting these coalitions and LOST teams by providing them with mini grants, by providing them with education and resources that they can use in their community. And again, if you're interested in learning about the local coalition or LOST team that is here in Franklin County, come and talk to me. And also know that you can go to our website, which is Ohio, OHIO, the letter S for suicide, the letter P for prevention, and the letter F for foundation.org. And on there we have our contact information for all coalitions and LOST teams.
Great.
The last thing I wanted to mention is that beyond just these coalitions and LOST teams, we do have evidence-based programming that we are promoting all across the state of Ohio right now. Ohio is very fortunate to have several grants from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration. We at the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation have a Garrett Lee Smith grant, and that enables us to focus on youth and young adult suicide prevention between the ages of 10 through 24. We also, just last week, received a grant which will focus on military and veteran suicide prevention in our state. And what we're doing with these grants is really focusing on how we can involve the community in suicide prevention by promoting evidence-based programs and practices. I can't go into depth into all the programs we're promoting, but I wanted to talk about a couple that any of you in this room here can access and use. So one of these programs that you could use here is called the Cognito Suicide Prevention Gatekeeper Trainings. These gatekeeper trainings are online simulations that you can access at our website that are designed for the K-12 population, the higher ed population, and the military population. They educate individuals on how to recognize the warning signs of suicide. And then what makes them really unique is you actually get to take on a character on your computer, on the screen, as an avatar, and practice having a conversation with someone else. Because one of the ways we know that we as community members can help prevent suicide is being willing to check in with our friends and our family members when we're worried about them. Have those conversations and ask them, are you having thoughts of suicide? These simulations educate individuals on how to do that well and how to know when to refer someone to mental health services. Anyone in the state of Ohio can access these trainings for free right now. In addition, another program I wanted to mention that any of you here can access is called Man Therapy. It's a program that is designed specifically to reach our adult male population because I talked about the fact that 78% of our suicides are male. This program is online as well. Anyone can access it for free. And it is designed to encourage men to take ownership of their mental health, to look at it the same way that we look at our physical health, and to learn strategies for maintaining good mental health and improving their mental health just like we do our physical health. And it does it in a funny, lighthearted way that is not intimidating, using a character called Rich Mahogany to help make us laugh as we have these conversations about mental health and suicide prevention. So those are just a couple examples of resources and programs that are out there. But I encourage you, if you're interested in learning any more about any of these things, I put some handouts on the table at the back of the room. Feel free to grab those handouts. There's information about the programs I talked about, and some of them I haven't. And also know that you always have partners in your local suicide prevention coalitions and LOST teams. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. And for Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, I wanted to mention we do have a campaign. So if you want to post anything about this, use the hashtag #4AFriend. It's hashtag #StandUpForAFriend. And we're promoting that idea of being there for each other this month.
Thank you. I really appreciate all that you're doing, all that you've said. There's still quite a stigma attached to people that experience mental health issues, which then lead to suicide attempts and suicide. How do we fight that stigma and keep it on par with physical health? As you talked about, it's still difficult. As I talk to people in the community and listen to their challenges with mental health issues, they talk about the stigma, the terrible stigma, and they like whisper about mental health challenges, and it's so difficult.
Yeah, so that's a great question. And unfortunately, we do know that there is still a lot of stigma that we associate both with mental health and then even more when we start talking about suicide. And so part of the way that I think we have to address this and that we're seeking to address this as a foundation is to do more campaigns and more outreach. And with those campaigns and outreach, we're promoting the two main things. One of those is that when it comes to mental health, it doesn't need to be a focus on mental illness. We automatically put a stigma around the phrase mental illness. But really, if we use the phrase mental health, it becomes a discussion about how can we improve our mental health? Because you can be both mentally healthy and unhealthy, just like you can be physically healthy and unhealthy.
Absolutely.
And so trying to promote that message that it is the same, and that just as there are biological causes for some physical illness, there are biological causes for mental illness as well. And so part of what we're trying to promote is that just as when we get diagnosed with diabetes, cancer, or anything else, we seek out treatment, you can get treatment that works as well for mental illness if you're ever diagnosed with it. And we have to promote that message. And then I think the other message that is important to promote, particularly when we look at suicide, is that message of we're all going to struggle sometimes, but how can we be there for each other, and how can we be better prepared to ask people when we're worried about them? And that's really what we're trying to focus on, but we do have a long ways to go in the issue of stigma for sure.
Well, we are with you.
Shauna, you've covered a lot of information this morning. For folks that still have more questions, either people that are struggling and considering suicide, or for those that are suffering from the loss of a loved one, can you provide us once again, because I know you've already done this, but can you provide us once again with contact information for folks that are, so that they know where to go to access some information as it relates to your websites and your information?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're interested in getting involved in a local outreach and suicide survivor team, you yourself have known someone who's died by suicide, go to our website, which is Ohio, so OHIO, and then SPF, so that is S for suicide, P for prevention, and F for foundation.org. OhioSPF.org. And I also wanted to mention that if anyone is struggling they themselves with thoughts of suicide, at the end of the day, the most important thing is always to get aligned with a mental health provider that you feel comfortable and willing to talk with. You might not like the first one, you move on to another one if that's the case. But also know that there are 24/7 sources of support through the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, which is 1-800-273-8255. And we also in Ohio have a crisis text line, which is also available 24/7. And you can text that anytime, night or day. And to make it specific to Ohio, you can do 4HOPE, text the number 4 in HOPE to 741-741, but you can also text any other phrase to that number as well.
Thank you for being here, and we do have a resolution, and we'd like to get a photo with you and promote that as well.
Thank you.
Should give her this one as well.
We'll get that.
If we give to her, and let her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We share. Oh. Sorry about that.
I don't have a good side. You have to get it while you can.
Thank you.
Okay. We need the approval of the minutes of September 13 and September 20th.
Move approval of the minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
The minutes have been approved.
And now we go to the engineer.
Resolution number 638-18. Resolution awarding contract and providing and approving contract bond to Double Z Construction Company for the Morris Road at Katzmiller Road Roundabout Improvement Project, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $3,820,819.17.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Cornell Robertson, Franklin County Engineer. With me today,
Carla Marable.
Commissioners, this first resolution is for a capital improvement project in the northeast part of the county at the intersection of Morris Road and Kitzmiller Road. That's on the line between Jefferson Township and Plain Township. We had a competitive bid on August 28th. We had 6 bidders, and Double Z had the lowest and best bid.
Move approval of resolution 638-18.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 638-18 has been adopted.
Keep building those roundabouts.
Yes, sir. This will be a good fit. Yes, indeed.
Fantastic traffic control system.
For those who know how to use them, yeah.
No, they
I
should
know
just
some
learn.
people
It
who
is-
don't.
It's a conversation we have a lot.
Hmm.
It is, people just need to learn how to use them.
Yeah,
They're
they do.
fantastic.
Very, very safe. The
They
benefit
are,
is
I
they
know.
slow traffic from all directions.
Oh, I
And that
know.
allows for,
I know.
Keeps what do you call it, vehicle damage, accidents down, keeps
I know.
injury accidents down, keeps everything down.
fatalities.
Keeps
Keeps
traffic
traffic
moving,
moving.
you know, if you can't, well, don't get me started. If you can't navigate a roundabout, you shouldn't be driving a vehicle, for God's sakes.
And now we have a public hearing. Can the clerk please read the public hearing notice?
Public hearing, resolution regarding the establishment, altering, and widening of the Roberts Road shared use path from West Rock Drive to Mudsock Trail, Norwich Township, Franklin County, Ohio, viewed, engineered to file plans as necessary.
Okay, I am going to open the public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone in the audience that has anything they would like to say on the resolution? All right, I'm going to close this public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 639-18, establishing, altering, and widening of Roberts Road shared use path from West Rock Drive to Mudsock Trail, Norwich Township, Franklin County, Ohio, viewed, engineered to file plans as necessary.
Commissioners, as stated, this is a shared use path project in the northwest part of the county in Norwich Township along Roberts Road. It's a cooperative project including the city of Hilliard, Columbus Rec and Parks, and Franklin County. So this resolution is the second in a series of 2 and will allow us to move forward with the project.
Move approval of 639-18.
Second.
Moved in second and voting. Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 639-18 has been adopted. Resolution number 640-18, resolution to authorize the Franklin County engineer to issue special hauling permits on behalf of townships within Franklin County.
Commissioners, in an effort to prevent pavement damage and road failure from unmanaged and oversized weight loads, the county engineer issues special hauling permits. The county engineer has received requests to administer these hauling permits on behalf of various townships throughout the county. Approval of this resolution will authorize the engineer to issue permits on behalf of home rule townships.
Move approval of 640-18.
Second.
Moved in second and voting. Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 640-18 has been adopted.
Thank you very much.
See if we can move on with the agenda without me annoying anybody else in the audience over
The sheriff's office.
Thanks, guys.
Resolution number 641-18. Resolution authorizing a settlement to Leon Hill for a disputed vehicle damage claim involving a Franklin County Sheriff's deputy in the amount of $752.78.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dave Masterson, Director of Administrative Services for Sheriff Dallas Baldwin. This resolution approves a settlement of a vehicle damage claim that occurred on March 17, 2018. It's been recommended by the prosecutor and fleet management, and this resolution offers payment in the amount of $752.78 to settle.
Move approval of 641-18.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 641-18 has been adopted. Resolution number 642-18. Resolution authorizing a supplemental appropriation in the Community Outreach Fund for the support of the Therapy K-9 unit.
Commissioners, this resolution authorizes an additional appropriation in the amount of $20,000 in the Community Relations Fund from the unappropriated cash balance. The funds will be utilized for upcoming Therapy K-9 training and any other requests that may come in before the end of 2018. With no questions, we ask approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 642-18.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 642-18 has been adopted.
Bless you.
Resolution number 643-18. Resolution authorizing a transfer of appropriations in the DUI Enforcement Fund for the OVI Task Force.
Commissioners, this resolution authorizes a transfer of appropriations within the DUI Enforcement Fund to allow us to conduct several more sobriety checkpoints and saturation patrols prior to year end.
Move approval of 643-18.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 643-18 has been adopted. Resolution number 644-18. Resolution authorizing non-general fund supplemental appropriations for the Franklin County Drug Task Force.
Commissioners, this resolution authorizes a supplemental appropriation in the amount of approximately $30,000 in the Drug Task Force Fund to get through the remainder of 2018. The additional need is related to unanticipated carryover expenses from last year's grant. All expenses are paid and covered by the Ohio Drug Law Enforcement Fund grant. And pending any questions, we ask approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 644-18.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 644-18 has been adopted. Resolution number 645-18. Resolution authorizing contracts with Keefe Group, LLC, the Kielson Dayton Company, Union Supply Group, and White Feather Farms of Ohio, Incorporated, for the supply of additional commissary items for resale in an amount of $16,500.
Approval of this resolution authorizes contracts through March 14th, 2019 with 4 distributors that supply commissary with 35 supplemental items for resale to the inmates. All proceeds will benefit inmates while they are incarcerated. And pending any questions, we ask approval of this resolution.
Dave, the markup on these items isn't real large. I know we've talked about it in the past, and you keep the prices fairly low for inmates, don't you?
Correct. There is a markup
Yeah.
because of the proceeds are used for
Yeah.
different inmate programming and things like that. But it's nothing out of the ordinary that you might see, outside of the 4 walls of the correctional facility. Yeah.
Thank you.
Move approval of 645-18.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 645-18 has been adopted. Resolution number 646-18. Resolution authorizing contracts for canned, dry, frozen, and dairy food products for the Franklin County Correctional Facilities in the amount of $1,300,000.
Commissioners, finally, this resolution approves a 6-month contract through March 24, 2019 to supply the jails with canned, dried, and frozen foods as mentioned. All items have a firm and fixed price through the contract expiration or part of the certified menu for the Corrections Division. It was competitively bid through county purchasing, and the vendors were chosen based on price and delivery capabilities.
Move approval of 646-18.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes,
Resolution number 646-18 has been adopted.
thank you.
Thank you.
Emergency Management Agency.
Resolution number 647-18. Resolution authorizing the approval of a modification to the renewal agreement for the Everbridge Mass Notification System in the amount of $261,706.06.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff Young, representing Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security. Before you is a resolution for modification to our renewal agreement with Everbridge Mass Notification Systems, which provides for our branded Alert Franklin County system. The original renewal agreement was approved by the Commissioners in May, allowing us to implement the Community Engagement Module for the keyword messaging group capability. We actually implemented this module early, allowing us to utilize it during the Pride 2018 events as well as Red, White, and Boom this past summer. The original renewal quote encompassed the Community Engagement Module line item in conjunction with GSA contract software changes within Everbridge, and these did not correctly apply a credit to the new annual renewal amount. Over the course of the summer, we became aware of the error, requiring an updated quote with a new renewal approved by the Commissioners. I will gladly answer any questions and ask for your approval of this resolution.
Move approval of Resolution 647-18.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes,
Resolution number 647-18 has been adopted.
Thank you.
thank you, Jeff. The Data Center.
Resolution number 648-18. Resolution authorizing a contract with Intellinetics Incorporated to move the IntelliView web service application to a dedicated IIS environment, reconfigure the LSM storage, and optimize the environment in the amount of $15,051.75.
Good morning, Commissioners. Julie Lust with the Data Center. This resolution is for services that will redesign the web services and storage configurations of the IntelliView document imaging and management system. This will allow to better serve the high amount of traffic that we're currently experiencing. Pending any questions, I do request your approval.
Move approval of 648-18.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes,
Resolution number 648-18 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
thank you. And we have Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 649-18. Resolution authorizing the Franklin County Job and Family Services Director to execute agreements and any other necessary documents for inter-county release and acceptance of funds with Belmont County Department of Job and Family Services, Coshocton County Department of Job and Family Services, and Summit County Department of Job and Family Services.
Commissioners, Joy Bivens, Director of Franklin County Job and Family Services. The state formula used to allocate federal funds to county is based off of census data and does not allow counties to make adjustments during the fiscal year. However, state law passed in 2013, which allows counties to trade unused funds from one area for funds in another area where additional need is necessary, such as our Food Assistance Employment Training, which is FAYET, Program for Able-Bodied Adults Without Dependents. These are prudent, allowable exchanges that mutually benefit each county and reduce our general fund subsidy request for 2018. This is the second year we are requesting approval for the Commissioners to enter into an inter-county adjustments agreement. Under the category of Belmont County, Franklin County Job and Family Services is requesting a transfer of $28,688 in Title 20 base funds and $60,000 in income maintenance funds. Also under Belmont, FG Franklin County is receiving $10,241 in Fayette 50% match funds, $18,447 in Fayette funds, and $88,000 in Community Protective Service funds. Under Coshocton County, Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services is requesting transferring $25,000 in Title 20 base funds, and Franklin County Job and Family Services will receive $25,000 in TANF regular. Under Summit, Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services is requesting to transfer $600,000 in Title 20 funds, and Franklin County Job and Family Services will receive $600,000 and TANF regular funds. I would like to make note that each allocation that the agency receives is designated for a particular purpose. Pending any questions, we would ask for your approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 649-18.
I'll second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 649-18 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Director.
Office on Aging.
Resolution number 650-18. Resolution authorizing a grant contract between the Central Ohio Area Agency on Aging and Office on Aging for services under the National Family Caregiver Support Program in the amount of $61,020.
Good morning, Commissioners. Michelle Missler, Director of Office on Aging. This resolution authorizes a grant contract between the Central Ohio Area Agency on Aging and the Franklin County Office on Aging for services under the National Family Caregiver Support Program. The supplemental appropriation for this additional funding was approved on September 11, 2018. The Central Ohio Area Agency on Aging recently awarded these grant funds to the Office on Aging in addition to the $239,777 that was awarded in the contract approved by the Board of Commissioners on February 13, 2018. The Franklin County Office on Aging has been selected as the recipient of these additional funds, totaling an additional $61,020 for the period of January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 650-18.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 650-18 has been adopted. Resolution number 651-18. Resolution authorizing 23 contract extensions for senior options medical transportation services in the amount of $2,500,000.
The Office on Aging presents this resolution authorizing a contract extension for 23 contractors to provide lift and non-lift transportation services to eligible individuals served through Franklin County Office on Aging Senior Options Program. Of the 25 original contractors, one contractor declined to extend their contract for transportation services and the other one closed their business. The original contract was approved on September 8, 2015 for a 3-year period with the option to extend the contract for 2 additional 1-year periods. This contract is being extended, however, for a period of 3.5 months beginning October 1st, 2018 through January 14, 2019 to allow for the consolidation and rebidding of all county transportation contracts. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
So, Michelle, when you say all county contracts, there's 23 here. Are there more that will be rebid in January?
Right, yeah. So this will be the consolidation of Veteran Service Commission, Office on Aging, and Job and Family Services.
We are a transportation provider.
We are a
We are
transportation
that,
provider.
and to be able to do it in a consolidated
Good
way
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
we-
going to be so much better
yeah,
for our
we
residents.
provide a lot of transportation.
Oh,
It's an important need.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, move approval of resolution 651-18.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 651-18 has been adopted.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That was a leading
Economic
question.
Development and Planning.
Resolution number 652-18. Review a petition to annex 209.5 acres from Jackson Township to the City of Grove City, case number ANX-21-18.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jenny Snap, Assistant Director, Economic Development and Planning. This resolution is to consider an expedited Type 2 annexation petition of 209.5 acres from Jackson Township to the City of Grove City. The area to be annexed includes property located at 62 Jackson Pike, 6345 Jackson Pike, and 3 additional parcels on Jackson Pike. Those are all west of Jackson Pike, south and east of Borough Road, and north of London Groveport Road West. Petition was filed by agent and attorney Catherine Cunningham of Kegler, Brown, Hill, and Ritter, and she is in attendance if you have any questions, on behalf of the property owners Jess Hancock Limited, Lois Hancock Limited, and John Hancock, trustee of the Mary Susan Hancock Discretionary Trust. 34.5% of the site's perimeter is contiguous with Grove City, and the city passed resolution number CR-44-18 on September 4th, 2018, indicating the services that will be provided once the annexation is approved in a statement regarding incompatible land uses. Petition meets all statutory requirements outlined in Section 709.021 of the Ohio Revised Code, and pending any questions, we request your approval.
Move approval of Resolution 65218.
I'll second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes,
Resolution number 652-18 has been adopted.
Thank you.
thank you. Homeland Security.
Resolution number 653-18, resolution authorizing a contract with Integrated Solutions Consulting Corp. For complex coordinated terrorist attack services in the amount of $286,352.09.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Kathy Crandall, Homeland Security and Regional Communications. Resolution 065318 seeks your approval of a Department of Homeland Security grant-funded contract with Integrated Solutions to provide consultation services addressing gap analysis, planning, and exercising for a complex coordinated terrorist attack. Integrated Solutions was selected through a competitive process under the direction of county purchasing. And pending any questions, I request your approval.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Move approval of 65318.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes,
Resolution number 653-18 has been adopted.
thank you. Public Facilities Management.
Resolution number 654-18, resolution authorizing recycling of information technology equipment declared obsolete by the Franklin County Automatic Data Processing Board.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. How is everyone today? Vivian Alexander, Chief Operating Officer for Public Facilities Management. Periodically, this agency is asked by the Data Processing Board to assist with the disposal of obsolete, surplus, and IT equipment. We do so in a manner consistent with the Board's commitment to promote sustainability principles in our policy decision programs. Pending any questions, we request your approval to dispose of this e-waste.
Great.
Move approval of 65418.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes,
Resolution number 654-18 has been adopted. Resolution number 655-18, resolution authorizing a modification to the contract agreement with McKinney Drilling Company, LLC, to decrease the amount of the contract by $194,237 for the caissons activity associated with the construction of the Franklin County Correction Center in a total amount of $1,383,329.
McKinney Drilling Company, LLC was awarded a contract on October 10th of 2017 for the caisson activities for the new Franklin County Correction Center. This resolution authorizes a modification to decrease the amount of the contract with McKinney by $194,237. The decrease is a result of unused allowances, which are being returned to the county as part of the contract closeout process. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this action.
Move approval of 65518. 65618, sorry.
No, 50.
no,
55.
655.
That's what I said,
Oh, okay.
655.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes,
Resolution number 655-18 has been adopted. Resolution number 656-18, resolution authorizing a contract agreement with C&T Design and Equipment Company Incorporated to perform food service equipment activities associated with the construction of the Franklin County Correction Center in the amount of $4,028,500.
So before I start, I just wanted to point out that Bill Lafayette is not here this morning to review this. He was unable to make it, but I wanted to go over that the resolution. This resolution authorizes a contract agreement with C&T Design and Equipment Incorporated to perform food service equipment activities for the new Franklin County Correction Center. 2 bids were received, and C&T Design and Equipment was the low bidder. C&T is headquartered in Indianapolis and has a local office in Columbus. The sheet metal subcontractor is signatory to the Sheet Metal Workers, Local 24 in Columbus. 5 jobs are anticipated to be created as part of this contract at peak. C&T has committed to 0.24%, approximately $10,000, for the diversity participation from one local logistics and trucking firm on its SEBE utilization plan. Food service equipment is specialized and purchased through C&T, a distributor, and therefore participation on this contract is anticipated to be limited. C&T Design and Equipment has demonstrated it has the capacity, experience, and ability to complete the required work. The project owner's representative, Pizzuti Solutions, and the project construction manager, Gilbane Smoot, are supportive of this contract award. And pending any questions, we request your approval of the resolution, please.
Fantastic. Dr. Lafayette's doing a great job. Move approval of 65618.
I'll second, and I have a question. They'll be designing all of the, or they'll be just providing the equipment?
Yes.
They'll be providing the equipment. The architect will design the space?
Yes. Mhm.
And they'll provide the equipment for the food service area?
Yes, that's correct, Commissioner.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I do have copies if you wanted any
I have
for Mr. Lafayette's report. Okay.
Dr. Lafayette's report already.
Just thought I'd check.
Yeah, I've got a copy of that as well.
Second, Commissioner.
I second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moved and seconded. Voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 656-18 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vivian.
Justice Policy and Programs.
Resolution number 657-18, resolution authorizing the President of the Board of Commissioners to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the cities of Columbus and Whitehall to approve the fiscal year 2018 Justice Assistant Grant Funding Agreement.
Good morning, Commissioners. Melissa Pearson on behalf of the Franklin County Office of Justice Policy and Programs. Commissioners, the Bureau of Justice Assistance requires a memorandum of understanding between direct recipients of Justice Assistance grant funding where a disparate status has been determined by the Attorney General. This MOU outlines the funding agreement for FY 2018 JAG grant funds received by the cities of Columbus, Whitehall, and Franklin County, and assigns Franklin County through our office to serve as the administrative agent of the funds for purposes of fiscal, legal, and audit controls. Collectively, Columbus, Whitehall, and Franklin County will be awarded $482,927 in FY 2018 funding, which is a slight increase over the FY 2017 funds. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval authorizing the President of the Board of Commissioners to sign the MOU between Columbus, Whitehall, and Franklin County and the related assurances.
That's great.
Move approval of 65718.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 657-18 has been adopted.
Thanks, Commissioners.
Purchasing. Good morning.
Resolution number 658-18, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $1,660,381.48.
Commissioners, good morning. Chris Johnston representing the Franklin County Purchasing Department this morning. Resolution before you requests your approval of 122 purchase orders. For small and emerging business enterprises, there are 6 purchase orders which equal 17.7% of the eligible purchase order volume. Their purchase order dollar amount is $717,373, which is 82.4% of the eligible purchase order dollar value. Eligible purchase orders are those where small and emerging businesses are likely to participate. And pending any questions, I recommend the approval of these purchase orders.
Move approval of 65818.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 658-18 has been adopted.
Thank you very much. Any journalizations?
There are none today, Commissioner.
In that case, we are adjourned.